Alright, today is the 18th of May and I'm just going to do a update on my amorphophallus titanums and all the oroids. And it looks like after it's been actually 4 months of growth, most of these guys have actually put up the first petiole, which is these things. It's just one leaf. But another thing is, a lot of these guys are working on a second petiole now. This is the guy that I think is the most advanced, but I think it's because this didn't really have a lot to work with, so quickly produced another one. These are also pretty big. These are about 2 inches tall, which means in about another month these should have the second petiole up. And I have 3 of these guys in a 1-gallon pot. I'm going to have to move all these guys into at least their own pot, so I'm thinking about using 2-gallon pots and potting these guys up and probably giving the smallest one to the 1 gallon. Here are some of my stragglers. These are just leafed out, and these guys are really slow. This guy is about as slow as the fastest second petiole. Here are some of my other amorphophallus plants. This is Sylvia. I'll just take a look to see if it's doing anything, and I'm not really sure if these are gonna grow or not. They haven't been rotting away, but they also have not been showing any new growth. Oh, actually I'm seeing some new root growth, so probably gotta give these guys some rooting hormone and hope for the best. But this guy, since it has a root, has a pretty good chance, so I'm just gonna bury it deep again and hope that it produces at least one little plant for me so I don't lose the species. This guy is still firm, so what I think is to bury it a little bit deeper, and I'll probably give it some rooting hormone and hopefully get this guy to take roots. Let's see what this guy is. Oh, here's my gigas. On my gigas I actually have 2 little shoots. And these guys I consider a little bit too close to the surface, so I'll push them down a little bit. But yeah, I just need these guys to put out a leaf and get them stabilized. And let's see, my Borneensis, I believe I do have one of them, but I don't see where it's at right now. Oh yeah, right here. It's really hard to see with this camera, but it's right there. I just gotta keep it nice and moisturized and keep it watered every day. And so far I have not seen anything yet on my Hueti. But let's keep my thumb crossed and hope something comes up. But here's an overall shot of all of my titanums. This guy was actually one plant, however it had 2 petioles, so I actually split the corm and each side is actually producing its own new petiole. So it seems like when there's multiple petioles and you can cut them apart, making sure that they each have root mass, you're able to do this type of division. Seems pretty safe. As far as the one that I split completely in half, it looks like it's a complete failure because, let's see if I can bring it out. I had a surviving little section of it, but looks like it's back to a little rhizome piece, and I don't think anything's gonna grow from it. I think it's done for. unless it gathers enough energy for one little survival shoot, but probably not. But one type of division which seems probable is not cutting the whole leaf in half like I did with that one, which I killed it, but all I did was cut the bottom in half. It looks like it has weakened these plants, but one thing that's pretty cool is that it's stabilized. And it looks like it's really hard to tell, it's a little dark down here, but both sides are actually still alive, and it looks like it could turn into two plants for these guys. Here's another one that I did. Actually, one side is swelling quite a bit, so looks actually quite probable that these guys could turn into two plants. But as far as dividing these guys, I've also tried, there's sometimes leaves that fall off, and it does not look like it's so easy to get these guys to take root. So I think the best way to divide these guys is when there's multiple petioles on one plant, just to cut the corm in half and have rooted petioles on both divisions, and they can actually split pretty well. But seeing how thick these guys are, I'll probably have to separate some of them and give them their own pots.